You can have some letters of recommendation where some people will talk about, oh, in the courses that she took, she had maybe a C. Make sure they are emphasizing on your strengths, not your weaknesses, your strengths. I think that even though having a low GPA sometimes can be very disheartening and it kills your spirit and you feel like, oh, you can't get into any school, you can't follow your dreams and all those things. That's actually not true. If you really want it, you can get it. What I always keep telling people is use your SOP to tell like your story. Show how genuine you are and show how you genuinely want to pursue the program. Hey guys, what's good? This is Mommy Teacher again, and you're welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 major ways you can get admission into an American university. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. So the first step is for you to evaluate your original transcript with a NASIS agency. NASIS is the National Association of Credential Evaluation Services. So it is an organization that provides evaluation services for international, students, organizations, or whatever. So what it means is that when you have your original transcripts, let's say from Ghana, they are going to evaluate it based on the US scale or that of Canada. And this is very helpful because normally or typically your GPA tends to go higher than what it already is. So you can have like a 3.0 from Ghana, and when you get here, it could be like a 3.2 or something like that. So this is very important in the sense that if there's a cutoff point for maybe the school you're applying for and you evaluate your transcripts, most often than not, it tends to go a little higher. Let's say you need a 3.5 to get into masters in cybersecurity, and you have a 3.3. If you evaluate it, you know that, oh, you're probably going to be around 3.5 or close to 3.5. So this is something that's very, very important. I know it's actually a little bit expensive if you're in Ghana, but I think it's very important. Like if you do it, it boosts your chances of getting admission in the sense that now your transcript is on the US scale, and so they are going to be using that like as though you schooled here, if that makes sense. Because now it's going to be more, credible and trustworthy, and it's based on their skills, so it makes more sense to them. Moving forward, the second thing that would help in getting the admission is a statement of purpose. This part, most people tend to overlook it. They feel like it's not a big deal. Let me just write normal essay with ChatGPT or with AI or those things. But the truth is, you need to put in your all. Like, you need to put in the work for your statement of purpose. You may think they don't read it, but they actually read it. And the thing is, what I always keep telling people is use your SOP to tell like your story. Show how genuine you are and show how you genuinely want to pursue the program. Try to show the bridge between your background, your professional background, academic background, what you want to pursue in the school, and why that school is the only school that will help you in getting the program, and then how it will, in getting your career goals. So you need to try and bring the story together to make it make sense. Because mind you, what I always say is like, try and think of it this way. Why can't I do it in Ghana? Why can't I do it that program in any other country, in any other school but that school? So you need to try and make it make sense. Why do I need to do it in that school? How my background academically, professionally is going to help me, and how it's going to help me in my career in future, if that makes sense. So I'll say put in as much effort into your SOP or your personal statements. Try and write it genuinely, and it's going to really make sense. You can start with like an anecdote or like story or something brief about yourself, and then make it fun but not too fun. Make it kind of formal, kind of informal, but like just stay true to you. You know what I mean? So SOP is something that usually helps. I've heard a lot of stories where some people may not have like the necessary cutoff points or like the necessary GPAs, but if they put in the work into their SOP, sometimes because of the SOPs they are considered. And sometimes maybe you go in for an interview or the admission, the next stage, and some of the professors may even tell you that, oh, you wrote a good SOP and maybe this is why. So I would say that it's very important to put in the work. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is to emphasize on internships and work experience. If you have any form of internships that you've done, or like any sort of work experience that you've done, it's important to show it in your SOP or to highlight it in your application. If the application demands, let's say, additional materials, try and insert it there. Maybe it's a project you worked on. For instance, I studied communication and I'm doing cybersecurity, so I know that I may not have the background. But if the program is allowing me to do something like that, I need to convince them why I think I am eligible. So in the section where it says additional materials, you can actually insert projects that you've worked on and try to link the project to the program you're going to do somehow. Take for instance, let's say I did what's it called, a project in, let's say, communication between maybe politeness and communication or something between professor and student. Now I'm going to try and bridge it with IT or cybersecurity, in the sense that I may talk about, let's say, it's important for you to secure the communication that you have with your professors. You make the research more about this. So it's like you did your research in this in the undergrad, but now you want to do something which extends to the program you are going to do. So try and like bridge it somehow. So I think that when it comes to the additional requirements slots that normally people overlook, you can try and chip in some documents in there to maybe give you some additional, And if you worked on any internship or any professional setting, or in any professional setting, sorry, this can actually significantly boost your chances, in the sense that they demonstrate your hands-on skills and practical knowledge. This sometimes offsets a lower academic performance. So it's like if you didn't really do well or something, sometimes your professional background can speak for you. So this is the point where you actually have to highlight the major things that you did during your internship. If there are certain significant things that you did in your internship, you have to state it and add it. And this will show that you have effectively like applied what you learned. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is GRE or GMAT. If you have money, if you have money, I would advise that you take the GRE or the GMAT. I didn't take it because I was looking for schools that didn't require it. But if you have money, I think you can go for it. Sometimes it also helps you, so that applying is a lot easier, and then it makes it easy for you to get most of the funding available in most schools. But I don't think it's a requirement. Like if you feel like the schools that you're applying to do not require it, don't worry yourself about it. It's just that sometimes in some schools it boosts your chances of getting it. So if you have money, you can take it. That's an optional choice. I don't think you should, but if you have money, you can go ahead and try. So just make sure that you prepare well and you go and kill the exam. The last point is about letters of recommendation. Many times people think this point is not really serious, or I'll just get an ETA to write this for me. I'll just do this. But sometimes it's worth it if you get people that can actually speak for you, in the sense that you have to choose your recommenders wisely. Don't just choose anybody. Choose someone that can actually vouch for you if they need be. I know how hard it is in Ghana sometimes when you're looking for people like this and they're not willing to help you and stuff like that. But just try. Even if it's a TA that is doing for you, try and let the person speak highly of you. It's very important. Make sure they are emphasizing on your strengths. Your strengths, not your weaknesses. Your strengths. You can have some letters of recommendation where some people will talk about, in the courses that she took, she had maybe a C. It means she's capable of, despite she getting a C, she may be able to still overcome this. No, they shouldn't write it like that. Say you was a good student, she did this, she did that. You know what I mean? Like the person should be able to vouch for you, that kind of thing. So if you know that that professor's course you didn't do it, don't worry yourself. And if possible, if they can emphasize on your work ethic, they should. It's very important. Your abilities and readiness for graduate study is like emphasized or further shown. So that's the last point for today. I think that even though having a low GPA sometimes can be very disheartening, and it kills your spirit, and you feel like, you can't get into any school, you can't follow your dreams and all those things, that's actually not true. If you really want it, you can get it. I know it's a major part of the admission process. If you put in like a great application, like an all-rounded great application where you're highlighting highlighting your strengths, experiences, and your potentials. This can actually make a huge significant difference. Basically, if you're leveraging on the NACES agencies like WES, ECE, Spantron, all those things, I know it's expensive, but if you can save to do it, it's very important. I actually evaluated my transcripts and it helped me. So if you can actually evaluate yours, I'll say you should go for it. It's very, very important. It actually helps a lot. But if you can't, or if you have a good GPA already, just keep going. You can just apply with your number. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and please subscribe. Road to 2K. We're doing this. I know it's been a while. I always say this, but I'm trying this time, guys. So please support me. Make sure you like, comment, and share. See you guys next time on my next video. Bye.
This beat is smelling good.